Welcome to Personal Development Mastery Podcast, and this is another Snippets of Wisdom episode where I select my favorite, most insightful moments from previous episodes of the podcast. Today's Snippet of Wisdom comes from my conversation with 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝘂𝗀𝗋, who is a breathwork instructor and YouTuber. The snippet I chose to play for you today is about the 7-minute minimum morning routine. It's about starting doing something yourself every day. I hope you find this snippet of wisdom as insightful as I have.
I call this a dentist model. So we brush our teeth every day and we go to the dentist once a year. And we clean up everything and we have a checkup and everything. Why do we have clean teeth? Of course, because of both. But the minimum morning routine is like brushing your teeth every day for a minute. This is the 80%. 80% of having clean teeth is from brushing your teeth every day. And then once a year you have that checkup and clean up everything. That's the other 20%, you could say. So what I've seen a lot is people are searching for. A lot of people don't know what they're searching for, but they're searching. And becoming a finder is basically starting doing something yourself every day. And this is what I call the minimum morning routine. And it consists of 3 pillars, as you said. It's exercise, breath work, and cold training. Exercise, 2 minutes. Can be longer, but 2 minutes is enough. Breathing, 5 minutes. Can be longer, but 5 minutes is enough. And ending your shower cold, say, for 30 seconds or a minute. That doesn't cost you any time. So, in my philosophy, I have a minimum morning routine, which is that 7 minutes. That includes exercise and breath work, and the cold training doesn't cost any time. And I have a maximum morning routine, which is as big as you want it. Can be 3 hours. It is. I have 1 day a week where I practice for 2-3 hours, including an hour of meditation and all that stuff, like standing on my head, trampoline jumping, running, the 5 Tibetan rites, like yoga, 45 minutes of breath work. It's really big. It's so big that's irrationally big. And the funny thing is, you never have to get there. You move, but your minimum morning routine is let's call it what you have to do. And the maximum morning routine is optional. And you flow somewhere every day between the minimum and the maximum morning routine. The good thing of keeping it this minimal is, for example, yesterday, I was in the plane from Argentina back to Amsterdam. And I downloaded all these videos on Netflix, a series that I'm watching about time travel, of course. And there were some good series too, but we were also flying in the day, so I slept half an hour. And I come back and there's a bunch of kids. There's the full-time job that I'm having here. I had to give a session, a 2.5 hour session, group coaching for my crowd. So there's simply no space to have a jet lag. I don't do jet lags. It's very simple. It's just a mindset thing. And I'm okay even with a half an hour of sleep. And that's my energy level now from being okay is compared to, say, 7 years ago when I was a spiritual teacher, it's 5 times bigger. So even if I'm at 30, 40 or 50% today, it's still way more than my 100%, say, 7 years ago. And that is because of that minimum morning routine. Because if you do 2 minutes of exercise and 5 minutes of breathing, and I'm walking here in the streets of Amsterdam and I'm feeling a bit off because I slept only half an hour, which is not more than normal. Instead of going into a story in my head like, oh, it's because I didn't sleep. Oh, yes, because I have a jet lag. We are making ourselves crazy with that rational brain. We cannot live without it, and living with it is a challenge as well. But because I did my 2 minutes and my 5 minutes, instead of going into, I'm screwed up today because whatever story, I'm getting into that thought of, I didn't sleep. Oh, wait, I did my exercise. I did my breathing. I ended my shower cold. I'm okay. So this is a mental thingy, but if any limiting thought, or call it a negative thought, ends with, but I did my exercise, breathing and cold training, so I'm okay, it's not a negative thought anymore. And that is the power of doing a little every day.
Thank you for listening. You can find the full conversation in episode 208. The link is in the show notes. And I also have a free resource to share with you, a catalog of the best 10 episodes of the podcast in 3 main categories of life. So, the top 10 episodes about money, the top 10 about health, and the 10 about mastering your personal development. To get this free ebook, go to personaldevelopmentmasterypodcast.com/top10. You will also find the link in the show notes. Until next time, stand out, don't fit in,